32,000 hours is the time that all of us spend trapped between the four walls of classrooms, all the way from kindergarten to 10th to 12th and now engineering. 32 hours we spend trapped in the walls of classrooms studying trigonometry, algebra, geography, history and whatnot. Now I want to ask you all something. How many of you think that all the things we learn between those four walls we actually apply in our lives? I'm so glad we're on the same page. I used to think the very same as well, until I heard this story. This little story that completely changed my mind. So I'm here in front of you all today to tell you this one little story, hoping to give you a new perspective and hoping to make that little difference in your world. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
Once upon a time, a professor entered into his class and suddenly announced a surprise test. All the students were perplexed and the entire classroom gushed with reactions. The topper in one hand said, "Yes, I am so glad I studied last night. I can completely ace this test and it will make all the difference in the world." The sneaky one in the classroom said, "Haha, I don't even have to study for this test because I have this. I can very easily keep it on my phone and ace the test anyway, and that will make all the difference in my world." Now the worried student said, "Oh my God, no, not a surprise test, no, please no. If I fail this test, I fail this class. If I fail this class, I won't graduate. If I don't graduate, I won't get a job. If I don't get a job, this is the end of my life. This one test will make all the difference in the world for me." Whereas the backbenchers, my favorites, said, "Anyway, we'll fail. So might as well do it royally, right?" And they high-fived each other and went along. The professor distributed question papers to everyone and said, "You can commence the test." The students looked down at the question paper and they were really surprised because they didn't see questions, they didn't see statements, they saw a black dot. That's it, nothing else. And the professor was like, "Your job is to write an essay on what you see. That's it." The students were like, "Phew, I didn't have to use my brain for this," and they started writing. Whatever they saw, they scribbled it on. Once they were all done with this, with writing their essays, they handed it over to the professor and he started reading it out to the class, one after the other. They had all written about the black dot, how big it was, where it was placed, how black it was, everything. Now, the professor quite seriously came forward to the students and he said, "All of you have written about this black dot. Why have you not written about the white paper?" There was a gush of silence again. He continued, "Of course, in life we tend to concentrate on flaws rather than the big picture. Of course, in life we tend to concentrate on the things that are wrong rather than all the things in life that are actually right." And with that, the lecture ended and the professor went. But this was the first time ever that even after the bell rang, the students were still sitting in the class, letting the message sink in inside them. They had found a new perspective in life, and that had made all the difference in the world for them. Very interesting concept, right, ladies and gentlemen? I personally think that positive thinking is way more easier said than done, right? How we concentrate on all the things that are wrong in our life. Oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, that happened. But we, fail to appreciate the good things in life. That 5 minutes of your day that went horribly wrong will end up ruining your entire rest of the day. Why do we do that? Why do we only brood on the negatives? it's not easy to develop positive thinking like this, no. But with practicing it daily, like I'm sure some of us are going through placement process right now, right? And I'm sure it feels really sad when you get dejected and rejected by companies. But have you ever thought that maybe some colleges don't even get companies, and in a way we are blessed, right? Or last night you fought with your mom saying that why didn't you make my favorite rajma chawal? But sometimes people are there in life who don't even have access to food, let alone their basic food, right? So things like these little small steps, baby steps we take towards positivity, I'm sure will make all the difference in the world. So let's be grateful, let's show gratitude, and most of all, let's cherish these small positive moments in our lives, right? So, my fellow pessimists, my fellow negative thinkers, and that one dark cloud on a bright sunny day, make sure that you see the positives even in the darkest of times. See that silver lining, be your own sunshine, and I'm sure that will make all the difference in the world. Thank you.